And we are live. This is Game Day Live. I'm Sam Mays along with Mark Rogers here at Brent's Cajun Seafood in Edmond, Oklahoma. It's game day. We have both the OU and OSU game on today as the Sooners just kicked off at 2 p.m. We have the Cowboys kicking off at 2:30. Excited about this day today as both teams looking to prove something about themselves moving forward this season. Mark, how are you, sir?
Good. Good to be with you, Sam.
Yeah. Enjoy it, man.
There was that was a nice move by Eric Gray in the open field. Pick up, that makes it look like a doomed play.
Eric Gray, one of the most improved players in college football over the year, and somebody who I think is running his way into an NFL opportunity that I didn't necessarily know was going to be great for him in the upcoming year. So I'm excited to see him on the field, as there were some rumors surrounding Oklahoma in regard to there being some injuries in the backfield. So good to see running back one out there. Ooh, ball came out. The red zone has been interesting for OU this season, right?
Look at two guys in Ika going at each other.
Now, this vaunted Baylor front has been, I mean, they're pretty good. I don't know that they have reached the potential that a lot of people thought they would this season. I could say the same thing about the Cowboys.
Oh my gosh.
Defensive line. Wow, that was just a miss, huh?
Yeah. No, I mean he had all the time in the world, and he just let it go too early.
So we've seen 2 games in a row with Gabriel looking the part. Oh no, I feel like Braden Willis just didn't see it. Didn't look as bad of a miss from that angle.
It really
replay.
didn't.
Like Willis just didn't know the ball was in the air. Big third down here. Big play.
Wow.
Big
that was a late
play
hit too. That wasn't very good defense containing the edge there.
Right. That's a big
Gabriel
time
may be
score.
a little faster than you think.
I would agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially the run at Nebraska that he made. It looked to me that he wasn't moving very fast, but nobody was gaining ground on him. But that's a nice opening drive for OU.
Yeah, no question. Get down the field, get on the board, get some confidence offensively. They pass protect as well as any offensive line in the conference. The run game, at times can be great. At times it can be inconsistent, but it's good to see them get on the board early. And this one, as far as confidence goes, I don't know what Iowa State does for this team, what Kansas in the previous week does to them. This is the best opponent they've seen in a month. So good to see them start fast.
Yeah, I agree completely with that. TCU just scored again. They're going to go up 34-17 on Tech. Tech played well early in that game.
Yeah, they did. They shot their shot. What was the line? Did we cover?
The line is 8.
Was it 8?
Yeah.
Why did I think it was double digits? I thought it was more than that. No, I'm thinking of LSU, which was like 13 and a half.
That's later, 12 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game came down today. It was maybe 10 earlier in the week or 9.5, and people are betting on Tech.
Please go ahead and feel free to comment and let us know what's on your mind. I tweeted out earlier today, threw it on Facebook, that I wasn't feeling overly confident about OU, OSU, or Tulsa.
Right.
Tulsa is my lock of the week, and or Tulane is my lock of the week, but they're beating Tulsa's butt pretty good there at home right now, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Here's a great one from Anzi the Gray. Is it sad when only 3 minutes in you have to mute the TV because the commentary sucks, so you flip on Mark and Sam with one headphone and Toby and Roland in the other?
What's up?
That's pretty cool. What's up, Pat? How are you, sir? I'm doing well. David, the OU game is on. It's on ESPN Plus today because that's where we have landed this season. Not a great I mean, I don't even know what else to tell you. Like, I can't, it's hard to believe that OU is on ESPN Plus and not on one of the networks on television, but that's kind of where we're at. Is this the second ESPN Plus game, right? We had one earlier in the non-conference, I feel like,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Kent State.
Yeah, Kent State. That's right. Buffering.
We have some buffering.
Yeah, this is the joys of streaming here. Texas A&M getting beat 34-24. Florida finding a way to get it done on the road. A&M reportedly had a plague of the flu go through their locker room, so they had a hodgepodge of players take the field today.
You can pull up the game for backup on the computer here.
Yeah, that's a good call. That is a good call. Big rec commercial.
Still in commercial, according to my computer.
Trying to see how are we linked up. Are you back? Okay.
We weren't too far off. See, now we're right on it. We're close. Hey, welcome to 2022, right?
Right.
I mean, like you're watch. We're watching it on different
platforms. Everything is a different. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's hard for us to watch the game together if we are reacting to
two separate screens.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I think we're doing good. I'll probably order something a little bit.
So for OSU today, no Spencer Sanders. He's been declared out, and getting reported on the pregame show that Garrett Rangel is taking the snaps with the first team. So that's interesting.
I don't even know what to think about that. Have we seen Rangel this year in any?
He's done 2 passes. He played in the game against Pine Bluff. I really don't know much about him, to be honest. Frisco Lone Star.
Frisco Lone Star. That's the high school you went to?
Yeah.
We're buffering again. We're going to have to pull it, leave it up on the computer.
6'2", 175.
Yeah, there we go. What do you think about Chapin this year? I can't imagine he is.
I think he's been okay. I don't think he has the benefit of the running game that they had last year. I thought Abram Smith and the other back were just really good players. He's defensive front, got pushed around on that play.
Well, Ethan Downs with the old school. Those things that came way up high, cowboy collars. Is that what they were? Yeah.
Neck roll.
No. This is the full. I feel like Teddy used to wear one. You know, like the full deal. It came up to like to the top of the helmet almost. I feel like the lack of neck rolls that you see in college football today lets me know that some scientist came out and said this does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think the equipment. Well, just think of, I don't know, I'm way older than you, but the equipment that we would wear, I mean, like all kinds of pads on the legs and stuff like that, nobody wears those anymore.
Right.
The good thing is that there's been a great increase in technology with the helmet. The helmet is better protecting than the.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone asked me if I was going to let my son play football, and I'm in that department where I feel like we know too much almost for me to push him to do so. Especially considering my long-term memory is gone. Like it's a mess, but I'm happy to see they've made some strides, taken some strides for sure. Even in practice, right? The amount of times I had my bell rung and unnecessarily in practice, like what's the point, you know? That was a big time play there by Stutzman. That dude's got a nose for it. I feel like Danny and Ethan Downs and Reggie Grant, there's like 6 dudes in that defense that are a year away body-wise still.
Yeah.
And
right.
it comes down to that.
Talk about that with Jim today on the pregame show. Is Ethan Downs didn't have a redshirt year.
Right.
He's playing out of position. He's playing undersized, more of a four-man front outside,
right,
defensive end. But so.
Oh yeah. Which is last year. Covered the game.
You speaking the same language as him?
Yeah, maybe. Brad Pitt says, "What up? What up? What's up, buddy?" Brad Pitt says, "Ryan Leaf sounds like he took way too many hits to the head." Is that who's calling this game? I'm the worst when it comes to the call.
Well, these are not typical people that you'd see on ABC or ESPN.
Right, because ESPN Plus.
Yeah, so I don't know. I have no idea. I can't recognize by name. Baylor ran on 3rd and 9 to set up a 4th and whatever. Go for it.
You take the over in this?
I would have.
What is it?
62?
Yeah.
61 and a half, 62.
That's seems like a little bit of low-hanging fruit, you would think.
Delayed blitz.
Yeah. Baylor's got to be in that category of physically most imposing teams in the league, right?
I think so.
Like they're just big and just
kind of what Dave Aranda, that was his, like what he wanted to do. Boy, it's really going to get ugly for Jimbo Fisher. Florida about to go score again. Put this game away.
Yeah. Biggest thing that for me OU defensively needs to address, and in the next 2 recruiting classes, they've got to go find themselves some butts.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to run the 3-man front, they better They better find some guys to stop.
100%. Like you got to have somebody in there that's 330
Big
pounds.
linebacker that moves.
Well. Yes, like you got to get some beat. You have to have some butts on the defensive line.
It's not very good defense on the edge.
No. I've never been a big fan of the games in the I think you have to understand, at this point in the season, you have to have a better understanding of what offensive lines are capable of doing and a healthy respect for them. And you feel like, having an offensive coordinator, that was a former offensive lineman, and Jeff Levy, like that helps him call plays. In a situation like this, as a defensive coordinator, knowing that Baylor is capable in the interior to move guys in the run games in the interior in the goal line doesn't help. Like they're just going to pass those things off.
What a block that was on the outside. You see somebody on skates there?
Excellent play there by Baylor. Like this is a talented group up front. Like this is, you said it against Iowa State, and this might be the second team in the conference that just doesn't have a great back in the backfield, because the guys up front, and they have tight ends that really block well down the field. Like they're pretty good.
It's a tackle on a corner. Ouch.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
I thought that might make you smile a little bit.
As bad as my memory is, you remember, was it Jason Appel, A&M? Was there for like 6 years.
Jackson.
Appel.
Yeah.
I hit him on a screenplay, and to this day, I was standing right in front of Mike Sherman. It was horrible. Like he just guessed wrong, and I just happened to be there.
Right.
And just landed like full pancake all over him. Did the slow O-line, get off the ground, use his helmet to help myself up, turned to Sherman, gave him the bird, ran back to the – There's nothing like getting a good look at those tiny guys out there in the secondary. They're hard, though.
That's funny. Yeah, that was – oh, man. They had plenty of men in space to block that.
It's a good comment here by – I'm just going to call you Mr. Gray today, sir. A&M just shows that you can buy players, but not a team.
5'10", 183. Didn't do well against that tackle.
Yeah. No, he's unhappy. He is unhappy.
OSU game on Fox.
I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, I didn't realize the Tennessee and Georgia was at 2:30.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get this TV situation working.
Yeah.
I think OSU might be on Fox. If they are, then it's on.
That will
It's
just
either on
change
Fox Sports
there.
or Fox Sports
Okay.
1.
We're almost there. What do we got in the NFL this?
There are not many good games.
No.
Chiefs and Titans, good record wise. Cardinals and Seahawks.
How about the Seahawks? Man, I'm still blown away by the Russell Wilson. I would have never guessed that he wasn't liked. Right? I would have. Did you have a vibe of the field for that? I had no clue that he wasn't.
I think he was. I don't know. It's a good question. I think sometimes he just comes across as cheese dick.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, he is now more unlikable than he's ever been before, right? And he gets married, and there's this whole. He gives me that Tom Brady vibe almost. Right there, you've gotten too big for your britches. Like this, give me the kid from Wisconsin or the kid from North Carolina State. Give me the kid that won that first Super Bowl that just looked like he loved playing football. I think that's why we all kind of gravitated towards him a little bit. And then he became famous.
Yeah.
Right. Then he became a famous football player, and it just it's a bad look for him. I think I'm ready for a drink. What should I have? Yeah, I think I'll start there. Thank you. Tito's will work. Yep. Gotta love it here, Brent. It's like coming to the house.
That's good.
Yeah.
Food here is great. This has been a fun place to get to watch games.
Will we ever not suck at defense again? This is from Mr. Gray. Patience, my friend. Oh, that's Brad Pitt. Patience.
Yeah, they're gonna have a tough time all day with Baylor offense.
Yep. Oh yeah, they can do whatever they want, right? They can run it, they can throw it. Yeah.
I think they're gonna have to make some adjustments to try to stop the run, Sam. Because if not, they're gonna need some help.
And now this is where Lincoln Riley was great in situations like this. Okay, cool. My defense is capsized. Is not going to be able to do a whole lot here. How can I manipulate this offense to eat up 7 minutes of clock and score a touchdown? I know OU wants to go fast here, but man, at some point you also got to play to the strengths of your team. Like, I know no one wants to huddle anymore, but just huddle up. Like, you should be snapping the ball with 3 seconds, 4 seconds to go on the clock. Like, there's just no reason to do this. I get the tempo, and it's a part of the offense and all the things. And you don't want the defense. I get it, but but all it's doing is hurting your defense. Oh. Turnover.
He kind of panicked on that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You like martinis?
Not really a fan. No.
Just gets the job done. You thought Gabriel panicked there? Just trying to get rid of it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he kind of threw it into an area with a bunch of traffic.
Oh, nice
did not
blitz
read
there.
screen at all there.
Nobody
that is
did.
Terrible awareness of the defense. Oh, my gosh.
None
and
of
again,
those
it's
kids.
like they don't get a pass rush ever, but if they let them go, then they think they're running back there like 100 miles an hour to get back there. I mean, they should understand. They're not winning many times on a pass rush. If somebody's running, if they're letting you run right back there, there's 4 guys that hit the quarterback. That's bad defense, man. It really is. There should be more awareness in that, right, Sam?
100%. Even coming from high school, this is something you've dealt with your whole life as a defensive lineman. Davis down, yeah. Like when the offensive line lets you go, you should
teach you that at Blackwell High School.
Correct. Like if you get through the line of scrimmage unimpeded, something bad is getting ready to happen to you. Either a guard is coming to clean your clock, right, or a screen is coming. Like you have to react faster than that.
I mean, we see. You know what? It was crazy is that in the game the other day for the Broncos in London, Nick Benito made a really good play reading a screen.
Right.
So now he's probably better than any of those guys they've got, but it's kind of disappointing to play that poor fundamentally.
Oh yeah. And something so, that's not a hard thing. Like that's a normal
we saw
play.
It's a good thing, I think, a smart thing from Baylor to do because we saw it last week in Iowa State. Same type of thing is that they don't react well to the screen.
Right.
Basically, the touchdown pass was a glorified
version
of a screen.
Are there more commercials on ESPN Plus?
I don't know. I would say less.
Less? Okay.
Yeah, I would say less. I don't know. Maybe the same ones over and over. Who knows?
Right. I feel like we've been in break a lot.
We got lucky last week with Iowa State trying to run the football quite a bit. Oklahoma having some continued success. I think this game is going to last a while. It's going to last a while today.
Kansas was forever.
Yeah. OSU, Kansas today, probably not as much as bad with Oklahoma State in the situation they are offensively.
I think I was on the air with you when we found out that Mark Andrews and Jonathan Taylor are out. So I will be, I think, 10-0 or 0-10.
Yeah, that's not good
on the year. Yeah. The amount of shit that is being talked in the fantasy league group chat with these dudes here, like it's just the cooks and just a bunch of people from Brent's. That can't ever be released to the public. Some of the things that are being said. Yeah,
I feel bad for you, man.
How do you not win
fantasy
a game?
Football is lucky.
I got a B+ in my draft too. I did pretty good.
It's fairly lucky. It's just lucky. I mean, things go against you, So, they're going to take the football star to town on that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the TCU Tech game is over. You can get that off the screen.
We'll get OU, OSU, and Kansas going.
And then Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
Over there. Northwestern is 1. It's a final. OSU is on Fox Sports 1, so it's not on that channel.
Okay. Maddie. I think he's on it. Baylor here in the goal line. Ugh. I mean, when you're giving up the cookie between the tackles like that, it's kind of hard to do anything. But yeah, I mean, they just can't control the line of scrimmage. They're just not winning up front, and it's an individual battle here. People want to talk about coaching this and coaching that. When are these coaches going to get that defense going? Well, coaches can't strike with their hands in a line of scrimmage. Coaches can't keep guards from getting to the second level. These are techniques that these players have got to execute, and they're just not doing it. Some of it is because of the bodies; they're just not strong enough quite yet.
Oh my gosh!
Terrible.
What is 14 doing?
That's Grimes.
Oh Lord!
Like, what was he looking at?
My
I don't even know what he was looking at.
He took one step left, one step right, and then just went nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Man. What
is he doing?
You know,
I have no idea.
You attack the outside edge of the tight end. Is what you should do. I mean, now that he could cut in, but you can't be. It was almost as if he was just not thinking. I mean, just took the play off.
There we go. All right, we got the Cowboys on. Is Jason Bean going to start for them?
Yes, what Brett McMurphy said.
Okay. Maddie, can we get Georgia, Tennessee on that one? Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Got some people at KU.
Man, you bet they've had a great season. You know, for the football fans who go every year, who have season tickets, you know, there's a handful of those. They got something completely unexpected. And then for the ones that have just joined, they're like, heck yeah, football season means something. Like you just got to, that's awesome for their student body. Like you're talking about lifelong memories here.
Yeah.
Remember that one time that we showed up for football season and we were good?
That's right. Or yeah, and unexpectedly so.
You know, there's nothing like being on campus when your teams are good. We experienced that covering OU a lot, obviously, but for us and Oklahoma State over the last 20 years done nothing but win football games also. But it was a unique experience for me being in Stillwater, you know, in my redshirt year. They won 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year, I think we won, maybe 3 games in my first year and 4 in the next. And then it's like 8 and then 10. And then, you know, it was like such a cool situation to be in on campus for the student body. So I can just imagine how those football players are feeling about life, you know, coming into basketball season. Like it was the exact same situation.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Sutton was going to Final Four. His football team sucked. Like it's like we didn't exist.
It's got to be hard for you to even go to, like you can't go to, you know, or can't go to Murphy's or Joe's or any place like that.
Right. It's just, and the basketball team walks in, everybody's like, hey, football team walks in, is like, you guys suck. But Les got us going, and it just I guarantee you those kids in Kansas are having the time of their life this year. Bo says, happy Saturday, Sam and Mark. Thank you, Bo. He also say this could be a long day. Here we go. Big play. Big play.
They finally got one of Mims.
Marvin, give us a little pistols firing there. Big time play. I mean, just watch him the whole time. He was going nowhere but to Mims with that ball.
They haven't made one of those connections, it seems like, all year. Finally got one. That's great for their confidence, I think. This is, to me, a little bit of a concerning development that the offense has been the side of the football that has really shown improvement while the defense has shown regression.
Correct.
This year. If you hire a defensive coach, you would think that there, you know,
should be some marked improvement each week.
It shouldn't be going that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, they do have some inexperience on the defensive side of the ball in terms of assistant coaches and things.
That's true. That's true. You know, Miguel Tavis is in his first year as a position coach. I love that guy. I love his energy. There's a lot that goes into it, and with the change, and they're running a scheme that they don't have they're running a scheme that they just literally do not have the personnel for. I don't even know where to go with that. It's like you're training them for the future, right? The season is what it is. We're going to put you in this position. This is what you're going to have to do.
You know what, though? To me, the world of college football, there is no more future. The future is every year.
Yeah.
The future is your entire roster could go. Guys could transfer if they don't do well. You have to be no matter who it is, you're going to have guys come in and playing in their first year in the system next year in the transfer portal if you do it the right way.
Right.
So I don't know. I think you're going to have to really adjust to the way that things are today.
All right, Garrett Rangel taking the field for the Oklahoma State Cowboys, freshman, 4-star prospect. He's got 2 career pass attempts.
He was listed at 6'2", 175, and I'm going to take the under on that. He looks like he's going about $135.
Yeah, if it gets windy in Kansas, that dude's going to take flight.
Wait, look at these uniforms. This looks like a pajama party.
Oklahoma State absolutely going to want to run the football today. It's good to see. I want to say Wilson is out there. Yeah,
he is.
So Wilson, the 100% the spearhead of this offensive line for the Cowboys. When they are playing well up front, they do well. First pass from, what's the kid's name again?
Rangel. Garrett Rangel.
Got a little pass interference here. Good start, moving the ball down the field. This is going to be tough. We haven't done 2.
No. Wow, we got 3. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I love it. I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
Give me 3 games on TV. That's good. Keep me occupied all day.
Man, I cannot wait for the SEC. I'm excited to get in that circus.
A little bit better defense.
Yeah.
But not a well-constructed play for Baylor.
Hey, look at this kid.
Rangel,
yeah.
Rangel.
Moving around a little bit.
I went to the OSU Georgia game.
Between the hedges?
Yes. That is an impressive place to see a game. You have amazing tailgate situation, really pretty setting.
09? Trying to think. Was Des on the field then?
Where?
That OSU Georgia game.
Yeah.
Who was
let's see.
Remember when that was.
Well, I'm trying to remember the 2. The game in Stillwater was 2010, I believe, and the game in Georgia was 2008. I think.
Okay.
Interception?
No. Incomplete. Got to catch the ball. You got to make those plays.
Shapen can throw it to you.
Got to make those plays. Good to see him get off the field for sure. OSU's got themselves a little drive going.
They do.
The one thing that I will always respect about Mike Gundy's teams is, we start having that culture conversation. Cowboy culture is the real deal. Like, those kids play with great effort. At every position when they're on the field, there's no question that they're going to give it everything. Now, do they have the personnel that OU does or that one of the elite teams in the league does? Probably not. But as far as just a fight, these dudes will absolutely show up and fight you.
Rangel threw a deep ball there.
Who is this? Man, you got to catch that. I know it was short, but.
All right, here we go. Tennessee, Georgia. I mean, no disrespect to my OSU brothers out there, including yourself, Sam, but this is a real uniform matchup over here on the left. Nobody's out there in a blue top and red pants.
Right.
Rangel just threw an interception.
Did he really?
Yeah.
God.
I wonder I would assume we see both quarterbacks.
Can you imagine being in that house? Like, what do you mean he's not starting?
Yeah.
That's just kind of, you're going to throw him out there when it's 48-0 to let him get his teeth busted in with the rest of the team against K-State, but he can't start this. You wonder if he's hurt.
Oh, he's good. I think
he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I think the big question today, Sam, in order for Tennessee to win this game is can they get stops on defense?
God, that is an interception. Oh, it's if Tennessee can get stops? Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Because their offense, I think, has one speed.
Yeah,
and so it's not like they can make that offense be an asset to their defense. Like they're not staying on the field for anybody. They're scoring when they can offensively. Defense is gonna have to get some traditional stops for sure.
Yeah. He was coming after that punt.
$64. What was it over in the OU game?
62.
62.
I think the OSU may be in as much trouble today on defense as they are on offense with all the
100%.
injuries that they've got.
Yep. This kid can spin it too. It's not the starter. Obviously, Daniel's still out, but Bean has a decent deep ball. He's not scared to throw it. Their offensive line is pretty good there in Kansas. One of the best centers in football in Kansas.
Get a block, get a block, get a block. It's tough for Gavin Freeman out there to find somebody to block.
Right.
As a true freshman. Venables, if chewing gum was a bench press, he'd bench 600.
Good first down. God, I don't know where to look. God. I think Gabriel at times can get a little stuck on a receiver, like where he wants to throw it. Was that fumble? Oh, no, that's Tennessee ball.
He got it now.
Yeah.
Well, that ball was right in the possession of Bennett. That is a big play.
Did you see the side by side?
Yes, yeah, I did. Are they going to call this down? No. Bobby Hill and Josh Heupel.
I howled when I saw that. There's never been a better comparison. Now, Josh, like the rest of us, put a few pounds on since the playing days. But it is
he
hilarious.
Is a baby face.
Yes.
They, Barry Tremble two-boxed me one time with Roseanne Barr in the Oklahoman. Yeah.
As a joke?
No. Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, that's not nice. What did you do to deserve that?
I don't know. I would, yeah. Not even a cute lesbian. We're streaming.
We got a touchdown over here.
Kansas with a walk-in score.
Kansas scores.
Tennessee with a big turnover in the opening possession.
Can I have another one? You want anything to eat?
I'll do a refill. Yeah, I'll probably get a menu.
Thank you.
What is the infraction? First down.
Have you tried? Wait, you're not an oyster guy.
No, I'm not. Fried oysters?
Brent's oysters. Good Lord. Sir. They're so good.
Half dozen fresh oysters topped with lumped crab meat, shrimp, white wine, garlic butter, Parmesan cheese, and grilled till bubbly. You grill any kind of cheese till bubbly, I probably
You like crab meat?
Probably would like it.
I think I'll get some of those. They're legit. The Georgia defense looks a little thin, minus Jordan Davis. When you lose 6'7", 370 in the middle.
What's what our guy Doug Matthews said yesterday. They have 5 first-round picks. The defense can't be quite as good as it was last year.
The one thing that you know about Georgia, regardless of the age or the experiences, that they will be big, physical, and fast as hell. There is no doubt. I think I'm going to do some of Brent's oysters. Let's do a dozen. You tried to convince me last time. I didn't listen to you that I wanted a dozen. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. What's the most embarrassing family photo you ever taken?
That's a good question.
Nothing too crazy. They don't have to dress up like Coneheads or Ewoks.
Nothing other than just general, mid-70s type stuff.
I got you.
With corduroy jackets and pants and collars, all that. Okay, I know what I'm getting.
Look at Big Roy.
Well, look at his shirt.
What is that? That's fantastic. Was that Christy Sims that he hit?
Yeah. There's Bob. Joe C. 3rd and 10. Tennessee tries to run a crossing route, and it's stopped.
Where do you think obviously both Sarkisian and Venables are very much focused on what they have to do right now, right? This year, this season. But I can't imagine that they look towards the SEC, because even though the football in the SEC this year has been interesting. Like, you're getting a kind of a blend of good football, some bad football. But
and then if you can put
I am look at this. Baylor with a long play.
No, just hush puppies. No fries. Just do fried shrimp. Well, bring fries. Sorry, I just butchered my order.
No, no worries. I wonder what, I don't know when OU is going to be moving. I'm guessing it's going to be in 2 years, but both Texas and Oklahoma need a couple of years to get this thing right? Like, nobody's trying to jump the gun.
I almost feel like, though, it has everything to do with the schedule that you get, because there are schedules in the SEC this year that allow teams to get bowl eligible that you would never have thought. OU may not be bowl eligible in the Big 12 this year, but Missouri and South Carolina potentially are bowl eligible in the SEC. So I think, not are they ready to face Alabama and Georgia? No, not at all. Those games will be they will be non-competitive. But are they ready to face some of the other teams in the SEC? Yeah, they are. I think they are.
You and I talking before the show got started. I sat down with Pat Jones a little earlier this week and talking about the Big 12, and he said he didn't think there was a good team in this league, and I'm with you. I disagree with that completely. I think there's probably 6 or 7 good teams in this league. Good middle of the road. I'm your Huckleberry type. Will fight anybody in in college football not named Ohio State, Georgia. There's a bunch of good teams in this league. I like Baylor. I like what Kansas has accomplished. Oklahoma State, when healthy, is as good as any upper middle tier team in the country. This conference has improved greatly this season.
Looked like they line up in a run stopping defense right there. Quite a few guys on the line of scrimmage.
I think that defensive end for Kansas just tore his meniscus, felt like being upset. Roy Williams on the screen right here in Baylor, Oklahoma. Roy was actually at a Fields and Futures event earlier this summer, Okstate, with Tim and Liz McLaughlin at their house. It's this incredible party they throw every summer. Hundreds of people show up, food trucks, fireworks, laser show. It's incredible. But he was there, and he actually gave away some seats at his Hall of Fame inauguration.
Oh, yeah, in Vegas.
Yeah, which
that'd
was
be
really
great.
cool. Yeah, so that was one of the items you could bid on.
Rangel threw another interception.
When do you go to Gunner?
2 possessions, 2 interceptions.
God,
Man,
I go right freaking
at some
now.
point in time.
Absolutely. Yeah. That kid's confidence is 0 at this point. What's the point of sitting there and letting him just be
He hit the
nervous every time?
Right in the number. Oh, wow. Good play.
Oh.
That was a good play by the backside of the defense.
Yep.
Because if it would have got there, he'd have gone in.
It just shows you the inconsistency of Oklahoma. Like, you can't stop a simple screen, but you're going to be where you need to be for that play. Because that to me, as it developed, it was like, oh, crap.
Yeah. Well, they had it blocked on the backside. If the ball would have got there. But that's good effort on the front side. Nice catch, Georgia.
Did you see the Stetson Bennett? So now, as these kids make money, as these kids become pro athletes, which is what they're becoming, they get treated like pro athletes when they're out publicly. So I don't know if you saw the waitress that tweeted out a $200 tab that Stetson Bennett had. He left a $10 tip.
Yeah.
And then apparently he threw like a giant fit when he found out the meal wasn't free.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all things that you're not hearing about college athletes.
You had a $200 meal, huh?
Yeah. And thought it was going to be free, and then apparently lost it.
I can't believe you hear that about somebody at Georgia.
Right. How far is Athens from Atlanta?
It's about an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. Georgia's got some offensive linemen that look like they were made in a lab.
When we covered that game, we spent the night in Athens, but had to leave from Atlanta early in the morning. I remember leaving at 3:45.
Oh, my God.
No.
Hungover?
No, not that bad, because that's way too early to
I would have just not
stay out that late.
Yeah, I would have just rolled in from just take it straight from the bar. Do you see the dudes with the pads in the end zone? Georgia just throws a fade into the corner. They've got staff with pads to keep those guys out from getting in those bushes.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Like shields?
Like shields.
Blocking
like
shields?
Full blocking shields. Bennett is good. Did he catch that?
He didn't catch it. Oh, this is a big play.
I mean, that was a great ball. Kansas gaining confidence against Oklahoma State. 7-0 right now. 9:55 left in the first quarter. Kansas basically doing whatever they want to do offensively.
Man, Tennessee, that's a blitz. They came with a blitz and disrupted him, and they didn't get there, and Bennett made a play. What a
Look
play.
at him.
It's a great play.
Seriously? Did he score?
He did score.
Wow.
Well, they say no, but it was close. But that was – you got to make that play on the blitz. Guy comes free, great call. Quarterback just makes the play. That might be targeting as well.
That's definitely a touchdown. That's definitely a touchdown.
I think, yeah.
Hell, yep.
Easily a touchdown. He knocked the pylon down with the ball.
Yep. You got to love the pylon camera here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Got it. That's fantastic. What a great play by that kid.
Let's see if they eject to. Well, so far so good for the interception passes today for OU. What?
Over here in Kansas, we've got Lacey getting helped off the field. Arms over 2 assistants helping him get off the field. That's definitely, in my opinion, he's the best defender they had this year.
4 interceptions combined by OU and OSU so far.
God, what a disaster.
Kansas tight end made a great catch.
Stoops is such a little badass. I love him. He's just out there just trying to will his way. Like, you know, Drake is one of those guys that there's several dudes. You want to talk about an experience as far as college, like a college experience. The players, the seniors at OU right now, think about the wave of emotion they're on. You know, what they've seen as freshmen, right, and where they are today. Like, they've played, those kids have played some of the biggest games in the country as young men. And then now as seniors, here they are, you know, trying to become bowl eligible here in this game.
Lance Leipold throwing a fit. They called a legal shift on Kansas, which called that big play back, but nobody moved. Somebody lost a helmet.
Yeah. Murray. Murray's definitely not the first dude you want off the bus body-wise, but he can play. He can play.
It's a big penalty for good penalty for OU.
Plays a great leverage. Just a short, scrappy dude. There's 22 there.
It's a good play by the linebacker.
God.
He looks like he's feeling a little bit more pressure today. A little better defense.
Yep. I'll give it.
They got a hard time. ESPN Plus has got a hard time running the right replays.
That was not the right replay.
That was not. Nope.
You know that ESPN absolutely loves the fact that this is on ESPN Plus as far as getting people to subscribe right now.
Yeah, it should be a good game.
Oh, right? Yeah. Like, you got, there are OU fans out there that 100% just subscribe today. Did you see IMG last night?
They beat somebody 90-0.
Yeah. It's been a long time since the Canadians burnt down the White House, but it was good to see that IMG revenged our country. 96-0 at halftime. The refs just called the game. It was like, if you saw the replays,
why did they
like
schedule a game like that?
Who knows? Yeah, but IMG 100%. What a play by Gabriel and Gray there. That's like some real backyard football.
4th down.
4th and 1. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is the real deal.
Yeah, that looks pretty impressive.
You're not going to give it a go?
No, I'm not. I got something coming. Big play. Big play. 4th and 1.
Nope.
I don't really like Marcus Major, the Wildcat.
Nope. Big play by the Baylor defense there. Yep. Thank you, sir. Ooh. Tennessee's offensive line has been an asset to that team this year, 100%. Weird to see them even make a mistake.
They had a guy win the internet one weekend by puking,
which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. Offensive linemen are the best, Mark. The best. What did you play on the offense? You were a defensive player, right?
I played tight end and some running back.
Okay.
So, yeah, no.
You still talk to any guys you played with?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Talked to a lot of guys from high school. OSU got a little stop there. Nothing wrong with that. There we go.
What'd you go with?
Get some fried shrimp.
Some hush puppies?
For my, my palate. My childlike palate.
You're nice.
Sounded good.
If you guys have not been to Brent's, you got to come on in. My kids call him Uncle, so I'm a little bit biased.
Rangel right back out there.
Is he really?
Yeah.
God.
I mean, it's not been all bad for him. I mean, he kind of threw a poor deep ball. Other than that, moved it a little bit.
OSU's just got to run the ball. They have to. I'm legitimately surprised to see that kid back out there after 2 picks this early in the game.
Well, especially after, I don't know, putting Gundy in the, I don't know if that was a strategic move in the Kansas State game, is that if they felt like for a red shirt, they needed him later on, that they didn't want to burn it in a game or didn't want to play him in a game if they were behind that much. But
right.
I think, wasn't Gunner second on the depth chart?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It makes it seem kind of strange. Uh-oh.
Who is on the call?
That's an octave that is not usually heard in a football game.
No, it is not. That was interesting.
This is kind of I think an early example of what you see what confidence does to a football team. The offenses throw two interceptions and got stopped on a 4th down, and the defense goes out and just, isn't there.
Yep, lays an egg. That was a very well blocked play. That running back just did what he was supposed to do. Make one. People don't realize offensively, every single play you run is designed to score. Every single play, like it's designed to score. So on a play like that previous run, when he's got that one guy to beat, that means that everybody else has done their job. Everybody else has blocked the person they're supposed to. Well-designed play. Everybody executed extremely well. Baylor picking up momentum, no question. And they're able to, the more they're able to lean on the Oklahoma defensive front, the tougher it's going to be for those guys to line up each and every play. Like they're doing damage to this group right now, beating them up. See?
Easy.
Yeah, you run the ball like that. I mean, there's not a whole lot of answers for it. Wow. I don't know why I'm over here wowing. I picked Baylor to score 45 points today. What was your score for this one?
38-35 Baylor.
Did he just say look like a JV squad up front? Wow. Baylor is the better team here. Coming into it, we knew that.
Tennessee made a good play on first down on the defensive side of the ball.
Tennessee's got a player named Danico Slaughter on defense.
Yep, right there.
That is one of the greatest names ever.
He's making plays.
Remember Dwayne Levels?
Uh-huh.
It's the only guy I remember that I played with that had just a great football name.
Yeah. That is a good name.
All right, here comes Gabriel in the OU offense. There you go. Where's Farouk? Is he playing today? We haven't seen him once. Oh, you go with tempo here. Oh, has to throw it away. Pressure.
I think that was designed to go to the back out of the backfield. They faked to him on the wheel route. Baylor covered it well.
Big time start.
They need
second down play.
They need to drive right here.
Yeah.
They don't. If they get too far behind in this, it's
over.
all she wrote.
Yeah. Did this kid save this over here in Georgia?
Yep.
No, he didn't. Did he?
Uh-huh.
Oh. So it's on the 1?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Unbelievable effort play there. Georgia-Tennessee game. Special teams matter, man. Like, that's the difference between as an offensive lineman, when I run my fat butt out there in the field and I'm on the 1 yard line coming out versus 20, like, it just, there's 3 plays you can run on the 1. 3 of them.
Go get some ketchup. Thanks. Go well. It's a nice play.
Oh, nice strike there. Great ball. This would be huge for Oklahoma here. They can get in the end zone. Get there. He's in. Touchdown. That's big time. Big time answer.
Keeps him in the game.
Ran the ball, threw the ball. Huge touchdown. Bo asked, help me understand defensive linemen looking lethargic and getting blown off the ball. Is Baylor that much better up front? Yes. They're older, they're bigger, they're more physical, they're stronger. Absolutely. 100%.
You know, with Jerry Schmidt there, and it doesn't happen in one summer for the most part, because Dave Aranda, I thought, did a good job of changing kind of the way that things were at Baylor on the defensive side of the ball. And you could really tell last year. Remember, that was the first time that OU had a game in which they were kind of whipped physically. They'd won some other games in close fashion that they kind of escaped by. But Baylor's the one team that I think is ahead of Oklahoma from where Brent wants to be from where he is right now.
I would agree to that 100%. And it goes back to Matt Rule, really kind of setting the tone there. Aranda just happens to take over a team that had the mindset that he wanted, right? The base that he wanted. It's a perfect situation for Dave Aranda. Ejection there for Baylor. Flagrant foul.
Yep.
Could you imagine if they had penalties like that when I was playing? Flagrant fouls. What does that even mean? I've even heard of that.
I think you get thrown out of the game for personal foul, but
something to get that he did in the pile.
I don't know.
Weird.
It was in the pile?
Yes. That's what they were saying. It's in the pile. All right. Oklahoma staying in it. Overpicks looking good.
Is there a chance that the OSU Kansas game ends before the OU Baylor game?
Yes. Oh, yes.
30-minute late start. It was a strange play in this Georgia-Tennessee game. Almost a safety.
Bro, how about the Kyrie Irving? You see Nike pulled their stuff?
He's lost a lot of money, man.
Holy crap. Like, crazy. What are you thinking? What are you doing? And then Darius Baisley, apparently.
Yeah, I saw that his was a vague reference to something along those lines.
And apparently he also sent out a tweet here recently saying that women should pump his gas. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Not a woman's job.
Imagine having that much money that you forget that you can't just say what you want.
I mean, to begin with, what's wrong with you that you would want to say something like that?
And I would love to know what Braden Utley did in the pile to get ejected from the game. If I had to guess, knowing referees, it was something not egregious.
Yep. Okay, they're going to show us. Oh, there's one. There's two.
He's just trying to punch the ball out.
Yeah, you were right. There wasn't a whole lot going on there.
Right. Ooh. I can't believe that kid caught that ball.
Behind him. OSU just came up with a nice little goal line stand here.
You surprised at this Georgia-Tennessee score, 7-3? I thought we'd see a little more fireworks here.
I think it's early. Kind of feeling each other out a little bit. But this big special teams play here, like you talked about, when they punted it down there, that that's a much bigger play than most people would think during a game. Depends on what they do with the. Took 10 minutes to figure this out.
Right. Martin down for OSU. He's been fighting through injury all season long. Hey, there you go. Big play by Lawrence. Here we go. Punt for Georgia and Tennessee. Tennessee in their own end zone, and I mean literally the whole line. Like there's punting out of your end zone, and then there's your whole entire punt team is in the end zone. This is as close to the 0.5 yard line as you can get.
Got it off. Didn't come after.
How do you not go after that punt?
That initial punt got him 30 yards in field position.
Weird. I can't believe they didn't go after that.
I think they figured they're going to get it in really good shape no matter what. Oh, he's got a chance to get off the field. Not that I expected, but
right.
Touchdown, Stetson Bennett. First play. Don't think he got it. Oh, no.
You think Bennett got it or no? Doyle.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a call here by Georgia. First strike, wide open. Great ball by Bennett.
$14-3, just like that. Tennessee needs some points.
Yeah, they need to score. What's your gut saying about the first half for OU? Survival? They got to stop them here. I'm not completely mad at 24-21, though.
I think there's enough of ability to make mistakes for both offenses that OU's absolutely in this game, you know.
Is that a pick?
Yeah.
There you go. Big time play. Now you got
Shapen
3-10 here.
He'll throw it anywhere.
Let's now Levy gets 3 minutes and 10 seconds here to operate. Let's see if Gabriel can pull this together. You score here. You have to tie it up at least with a field goal. You score here, huge momentum swing going into halftime. The game has an entirely different feel to it on the road for Baylor. Kansas up 10-0 there at the end of the first quarter. Cowboys struggling offensively. Backup quarterback in the mix. Sanders did not practice this week, is what's being reported. And then we got a 14-3 game, Georgia-Tennessee. I thought Georgia was an easy pick. And this one, so much of it to me is just about there's the new kid on the block, in which Tennessee is. And everything is great, and campus is great, and Needland is great. And, now they're in a position where things aren't great in Athens. Right. With a team that just won a national championship. They know how to win games. They know how to play in big games. Tennessee's won some big games this year, no question. But Georgia kind of a different animal mentally.
Good point.
Hi, Jeffrey Robinson. This is a live stream, so we're just watching the game and kind of commentating throughout it. We've got 3 games on right now: OU, OSU, and then the Georgia-Tennessee game. So yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. If you guys are having a cold beer or drink, throw it in the chat. Let me know what you guys are sipping on or what you're eating. Let me know your tailgate, your game day food. We're here at Brent's Cajun. Come on in.
Not bad play.
No.
Tennessee around the edge.
Brad Pitt, the oysters were incredible. Brent's Oysters. You got to order those when you come in here. Bo's just having some water. Harris has got a glass of sweet tea. I feel like the level of viewer we have in this stream is pretty good. No craziness happening.
It's good. I appreciate the fact that we have people that want to interact with us and stuff like that, but I'm not mad at you if you're crazy and you want to talk to us.
You're right. Jason Porter's having some beers. What's your beer choice? What is that? Coors Light?
Coors Light.
Since high school?
No,
Always been a Coors guy?
I'll switch around.
That was like one of the things that, in Youngstown, just kind of a different place, and we didn't do a whole lot of like getting to play. There wasn't a whole lot of field parties, you know what I mean, or places that we can go and have a bunch of drinks, and obviously I'd had some drinks, prior to being 21 or in high school,
right?
But when I moved here to Oklahoma and I met my teammates, guys from like Chris Aiken from Weatherford and
right.
Ben Bowie from Broken Arrow, who were, when I mean they were experienced drinkers, that was a different level.
That's pretty funny.
All of us were redshirted at the same time. So like when the team left, we were kings of campus, so we're going to have parties and we're going to have a watch party and watch our team play a game. And the first time I went out, Kyle Williams, kid from Plainview, he's probably one of the best players that no one will know from Oklahoma State because he got hurt both knees, but he was incredible. Tight end, defensive end.
Wow.
I saw that dude drink like 30 beers in a 8-hour period. Yeah, we were 18 years old.
That's a lot.
And I was called my dad the next day, and I was like, look, I don't know what to do about this. I go buy a 6-pack, and I am obliterated as a non-drinker. They're spending the entire day drinking here in Oklahoma.
How many interceptions can Dylan Gabriel throw today?
He's going to throw a bunch, it looks like.
It's not really a good place to throw that ball.
Yeah. Pretty terrible situation there. Pretty terrible. How many is that? 3? God. Bring in Bevel. That was a joke. That was a joke.
I mean,
you feeling good about this, Maddie? Our Texas fan. Matt says he hates Baylor as much as he hates A&M. That's a Texas fan along with Brent.
Georgia got another big one.
Yep.
Georgia probably moving up to number 1 this week.
Jalen Redmond, sack, 6-yard loss. I wish that Jalen Redmond's career could have happened unimpeded, because that dude he has got an it factor. It's just sporadic. You don't see it consistently. But as a true freshman,
he's a little bit of a tweener too.
God, he was so violent at the port of attack.
He started playing football when he's a sophomore in high school.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
God.
He moved here from Mississippi, but he hadn't played football.
He's a freak. Heavy-handed. Like, there's a thing, you can tell when people say heavy hands.
I think that's part of it too. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the technique or the experience.
Oh yeah. I had the thought the other day that imagine what I would have been like as a player if I had played guard my whole life. Especially with the pulling and kicking, like that like something I'd learned how to do in college. But if I've been doing it since I was a kid, different deal. What's that defensive end down south here in Oklahoma City that's going to the Michigan State?
That's by Job.
Yeah, he's another one, right?
Mm-hmm.
No experience playing football. Such a freak athlete. His name is By Joe?
By, B-A-I, Job, J-O-B-E.
Isn't that like a thing? Like, don't British people say By Job?
No, I don't think so. Not that way. Not with the J-O-B-E.
Oh, okay. It's a V-E. Joe?
By Joe? I don't know.
By Joe?
Right. I don't have many British friends. I don't know.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
As far as my buddies in like worldly, you would be the one that I would expect to have some international connections.
I don't know. OSU's got to drive. OU's got a chance to score. They also have a chance to throw another interception.
54 seconds.
Remember, Baylor forced all those tech interceptions last week. 5.
Bo says on the stream here, hopefully you can pick up a QB in the portal with a laughing face. I said 3 weeks ago there was no guarantee that Dylan Gabriel was going to be a starting quarterback at OU next year. Like there's going to be a lot of movement with this team, a lot of change. Just a drop touchdown pass there in Kansas. Green just dropped one, just straight up dropped it. Ooh. Touchdown.
There you go.
There we go. Touchdown Cowboys and Lawrence. Stephen Johnson. Big time. It's a great play. Great ball. Awesome play there in Lawrence. All right, Gabriel's got 44 seconds here, 2nd and 10. Throw the ball. There you go. Mims is having a day. Got to go fast. Snap the ball. Unbelievable. Oh, my God. What is that dude doing? He's not even in the right. Gabriel is having a real hard time seeing the field. He's having a real hard time seeing the field. That's insane. He just threw that. This is like watching Neil O'Donnell in that Super Bowl against the Cowboys. He just throwing it to the other team.
Did he drop it?
I think the kid dropped it, yeah.
Yeah, you got to look other places.
Who's that?
Nice
Farouk.
catch.
There you go. Is that the first time we've seen him?
Yeah, first catch he's made, I think.
Yeah, that kid needs to be a feature in everything they do. He's really got that it factor. Holding.
That's really bad.
Gotta be holding.
Well, not get out of bounds. Tennessee got to stop on fourth down? No, second to go. How do you hold and hit somebody in the face at the same time?
Oh, yeah.
What a throw. What a catch. Georgia.
So clearly somebody has let them know that Rahm does that often. Like, how do you catch the center doing that with everything that was happening? Like, they're staring. There were multiple flags
And there were
thrown
two
on the
flags.
Yeah, like it just seems like they would let them know. Hey, his hands are in my face. His hands are in my face.
It's a long field goal.
Stetson Bennett throws the hell out of the football. Look at that play. Unbelievable. Another touchdown.
He fit that in there between a lot of guys.
I mean, just fired that ball. He's a strong kid. He doesn't look like much.
Yeah.
But he can fire that pigskin, no doubt.
It's pretty incredible for them to make the call to go with him last year when they had JT Daniels and had some other guys that were a lot more highly recruited, and it was the right call. Yeah, the other kid that was committed to OU at one point in time, Brock Vandergrift, that's there. I think he's still there right now.
Yeah, I think he is there. 21-3, Georgia. All right, we got Oklahoma attempting a 55-yard field goal to take it in take it in the halftime tied, and it is
no good.
Nope.
Kick the tar out of it.
Kick the crap out of that ball, no doubt. Had the distance, just a little bit left. Sooners going to halftime down 3, 24-21 to the Baylor Bears, and we've got Oklahoma State right now trailing Kansas by 3 with 9:49 left in the second. We're going to take a break here at Game Day Live. I'm Sam Mays along with Mark Rogers. Join us on the flip side after OU gets out of halftime, and we'll continue our coverage of these three games, Georgia, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Baylor, and Oklahoma State and Kansas. We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back. Game Day Live. Sam Mays, Mark Rogers here at Brent's Cajun Seafood. Halftime just ended in Norman, Oklahoma. The Sooners trail 24-21 after the first half. 334 total yards of offense, which is a pretty decent
unbelievable
number. Yeah,
it's the turnovers. And again, it was the same thing for Baylor's defense last week against Tech.
Baylor gets the ball first here.
Cameraman is fooled. Man running around the field.
Not the start you want in the second half.
No, you've got to avoid the turnovers for OU.
Meanwhile, in Lawrence, Kansas, the Jayhawks up 17-7. Another turnover from the Cowboys. That would make 3 for them offensively, I believe, also in the first half of the game. And it is not looking good for Oklahoma State. Backup quarterback in the mix there.
Man, the food here is so good. We had all kinds of different things today.
Oh, yeah.
Sample them all. This is a great place to come eat. And it's a great place to watch the game. They got a great TV setup in here.
They really do. The bar area is pretty cool.
Tennessee not quite dead yet. A bit of a conservative play calling series for Georgia on offense.
Tennessee currently trails 21-6. They're driving about midfield. Oh, God. Trace Ford walking up the field there. Let's just hope it's not a lower leg injury or a lower body injury. Come on.
Yeah, it surprises me that Dave Aranda lets Shapen throw the ball as much as he does.
Right.
Not the most accurate passer.
To me, it's pretty incredible that they were willing to say goodbye to Bohannon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get, what he did was honorable. Please go play somewhere else, but the expectation for me was for Shapen to take the field and be the best quarterback in the Big 12, considering I would have put Gary Bohannon in that short list of being Big 12 quarterback of the year this year.
He's very careless with the ball.
Right.
Even on that play, very careless with the ball. You don't need to try to throw a 4-yard pass to somebody while you're running the same direction that you are, but that they are. Just tuck it and run.
Right.
Wow. Tennessee interception, Hendon Hooker. No space at all in the vertical passing game. Georgia can man up on those guys and run with them.
Right. It was the only reason why I went with Georgia in this game. Like, Georgia's secondary, very, very willing and physically capable of dealing with the size and athleticism that Tennessee brings to the table on the edges. Those kids are big and physical, but so is Georgia.
That's not something we see very often in a game involving Oklahoma. Somebody playing that kind of coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Press.
It's great coverage.
Get contact off the line, run, turn and look. Still able to run with the defender or the wide receiver.
It's a great play.
Got him pinned on the sideline where that's an extra defender. Wonder who made that right there.
The turnover pads?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're aggressive. God, OU just getting bullied in their front seven. Oh, you need to stop here. God, what an interesting play that was.
Oh, that was pretty good. Getting through the traffic there.
Excellent.
Stop by Guebu.
Yeah, 100%. Excellent play by Guebu there. The blocking schemes in today's modern day game of football. That formation was weird. They have the receivers blocking down on the defensive line. Tackle is kicking out like he was getting ready to go wrap around the edge on the line. But I mean, crazy design of that play. What is this over here? That was your game. That just happened?
Oh, that is so bad for OU. You kidding?
What happened?
They got a personal foul.
Oh, come on.
For something, and wiped out that stop. Where's the personal foul? 94. You're getting held.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. You can't just rip people's helmets off their face.
Oof. Was a big lick on Bean.
No doubt. He hops back right back up. I don't know who that was for. Oh, she was still down on the ground. Oh. Broyles.
That happens every time.
Is that Broyles? No. Who
No.
is that? Yikes.
Young guy, C.J. Coleman. Touchdown, Kansas.
If C.J. turns around here, he catches his ball. Like at some point, you got to recognize as a defender, we are running out of real estate. If this ball's coming my way, it's coming right now, and you have to turn and look for it. God, touchdown Baylor. They're just not very good. Touchdown Baylor, and it looks like it's touchdown Kansas. It's 23-7 in Lawrence, Kansas. (30-21) Baylor and Norman. 21-6 Georgia and Athens. Imagine if we started doing this live stream when they were good.
That'd be more fun, probably.
Bo says they're self-sabotaging and this is absolutely infuriating. It is definitely frustrating. What did Arnold do this Friday, Jackson?
I don't know. All right.
They've got to be playoff bound, right?
I was. Oh yeah, they're undefeated. I was watching a little bit of that Texas scoreboard show last night.
I wonder if they'll play next Friday. Black Friday.
I'm sure they would. Let me see.
I might have to go make my way down there. Wait, that's not next Friday. Is Thanksgiving weekend next weekend?
No.
2 weeks. Are you absolutely head over heels thrilled about the World Series?
No, not at all. I mean, it's just, to me, it's been really good.
Have you seen the numbers, the ratings?
They've been great.
Oh my God, they had like a 7 on Wednesday. I mean, absurd numbers.
Well, it's been a great series.
Yeah. It goes back to Philly, right, for 6?
Mm-hmm.
And then back to Houston for
no,
7?
It's 6-7 are on Houston.
Okay.
I wonder, and it's kind of puzzling to me. Is this Gundy?
Oh, I don't know.
It would be an interesting time to put him in. I don't
With
think
14 minutes to go in the.
That's Rangel, but I wonder what we'll see in the second half.
He's 15 for 21, 131 with a couple of picks and 1 touchdown.
And a fumble. Another injury.
Oh, no. Another lineman down there in Stillwater.
Preston Wilson again. Not moving well.
He's a stud, man. He could be healthy this year. He's on the Remington Water Watch list. I mean, he's physical, smart kid, heady player. Yikes.
Arkansas may be having a worse day than anybody.
14-0. Yeah.
14-0, and they're driving.
The Dogs get ready to put that final slap down on Tennessee here. There's so much football to be played in that game still, but I have zero confidence that Tennessee is going to be able to.
Right. Their passing game has not gotten going.
Bo asked, dumb question, but can Arnold honestly come in and compete for the starting job next year? The answer to that question is 100% yes. He can come in and compete for the starting job next year. And that's not just based off of the fact that Gabriel and the quarterback group has struggled this year for Oklahoma as much as a freshman like that kid's body is he looks like it's someone's dad when he gets interviewed. Like, he is physically ready for college football. There's no doubt about it.
Well, he's bigger, stronger than Dylan Gabriel is.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Mobile. Yeah, I mean, he's got all the weapons that he needs to have success right off the bat. At this point, based on what I've seen him do in the high school level, what I've seen Dylan Gabriel do this year, like I would say that those two kids are probably on even playing field coming into next spring. God, just stupid plays.
Yeah, negates a pretty good punt.
Stetson Bennett's out there like, is somebody going to give me the Heisman?
He's having a great day.
He looks really good.
Yeah, that's an interesting call.
Nick Donnell says, what's the deal with OU? I just don't get it. Nick, they're not very good.
This is a tough game today, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, last week wasn't as tough of a game. The offense played well last week. I don't think the offense is as much the problem today, but it's a opportunistic defense for Baylor that really has been playing good the last couple of weeks.
Baylor's a good football team.
Baylor's had 8 interceptions in the last 3 quarters or 3 halves.
That's a good football team. Well coached.
This is where I think you're going to see this game speed up a lot. I think Baylor is going to try to let some air out of the clock.
Oh, 100%. So now Jeffries, if they replay this, or Johnson, 77, he's playing right defensive end. When he gets in his stance mark, the dude is literally 2.5 feet off the line of scrimmage. Like, that's your initial starting spot on the line. I don't understand. So as an offensive lineman, I get up there and thinking one thing when I see you like that. You're going to move over the top towards the middle. That's what he wasn't. There was no game. He just lazily lined up there and then got his ass kicked at the line of scrimmage.
Wow, there's a bust on the running back out of the backfield.
I love the message from Venables to this team. Uncommon effort. If you give uncommon effort in everything that you do, you will have success. It's little things like that we're not.
The message is not getting through.
Yeah, come on, dude. Line up right. Line up on the line of scrimmage. Of course, I want 2 free steps as an offensive lineman with you in the backside of the play. You can't win there.
Call a pick on this. I didn't see that, but that brings it back.
Aguabu's going to look great on special teams in the NFL.
What about linebacker?
Not there. I don't know why they haven't moved him to the end. I legitimately can't, for the life of me, understand why they haven't put that kid's hand in the dirt and let him rush the passer, because he's not playing good at linebacker. He's too tall. Like, either you're going to be fast as hell, or you're going to be, or you're going to be blockable at that size. Right. He doesn't have enough speed.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Derek Johnson, I played against him at Texas.
Yeah.
That size, 100%. No way catching that dude. He ran like a receiver. Like, he was unblockable.
Georgia gets a field goal right before half. Yeah, Liberty up 21-0 on Arkansas. That's going to get Hugh Freeze a job in the SEC, I think, pretty fast.
You think so? They're going to bring him back?
Well, now cheating's legal. So I think he excels in recruiting. I think it is curious as to who Auburn will. There was a report on Game Day today that said they wanted Matt Rule.
I would take Matt Rule over Hugh Freeze.
I would too.
Yeah.
He's a better coach.
Is fried chicken better with Pepsi?
No, it's not.
Nick's asking, how much of an improvement do you all expect from Oklahoma next year? Nick, I will tell you that for me personally, I think it's too tough of a question considering the transfer portal and everything that goes into that, I have to only assume that there is a portion of this team that committed to Lincoln Riley that is unhappy with the conservative coaching style and narrative coming out of Norman. Right? You went from grills and throwback jerseys on game day to suits. And I can only guess that there's some kids that are like, I don't want to be here for this, and I'm going to go somewhere else. So there's going to be that group that hops in the portal. There's going to be that group that feels like they're getting screwed by the new coaches. They'll hop in the portal. If I had to guess, there's going to be 15 kids that are going to have to turn over.
Well, again, you can't ride this roller coaster from week to week. Last year, Baylor smashed OU, and this year they're beating them. I mean, it would at the time that Baylor beat OU last year, everyone thought it was a fluke. I just don't think it was.
I don't know. OU's getting their butts beat. OSU's getting their butts beat. Tennessee's getting their butts beat. Oh, what's the score in the OSU game?
24-7.
24-7.
But imagine this is that, Oklahoma State fan can ask, like, all right, we're terrible. But you have injuries. You have a quarterback injury. You have injuries all over the field. Kansas improved from 1 year to, what was the score last year? 55-3? Oklahoma State over Kansas. So you got to be patient. Don't freak out over one bad performance or one bad week. Injuries, all kinds of things happen in football to make these games even. The Big 12 has some good coaches in it right now. I think, really, I think McGuire at Tech is a pretty good coach. I don't know what he was doing today and when he just kept going for it all the time and not
right.
It worked for him against Texas. Didn't work for him as well today.
Eric Gray's been a difference maker all season long, really. He's been excellent.
If this hits 38-35, I'm going to leave and go buy some Powerball tickets.
Oh, I forget. That's tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't usually buy lottery tickets. What time is the drawing? Do you know?
I want to say it's like
9 or 10.
We need to go after this game. No, I don't think it's that late. I think it might be 7.
Face mask.
State's got what? How many players suspended now? 8?
I don't know, a bunch.
From that deal, Michigan State, the fight in the hallway. This quarter's gone fast. You're 100% right. As far as Baylor's mentality. Michael Anthony Osborne. Why did they get rid of the year loss of eligibility for transfer? Was it over the Baker transfer?
No, it was just for athletes to be able to have freedom to move around.
Right. Which I don't have a problem with that. I would like to probably see the transfer portal capped. Like you can transfer once. And here's the deal. It's a service to the kids. Like you can't just use that as a crutch for your whole career. Like you can't
just in order to it comes too much of an expense of the sport.
Right.
If you just say I'm arbitrarily looking for the best position I can find around college football. It kind of takes the educational aspect out of it.
You know, I do appreciate, and I cannot stress to people enough that I had I can't imagine a more perfect college football experience. I had the ultimate college football experience. I also was an All-American. So when I look around and I think of my teammates that did not have the perfect college football experience, Touchdown OU. Stoops gets in. That's big time.
He had one man to beat out there and made him miss.
I think the fact that now that coaches have to recruit their own teams. You got to check in with your current team. Make sure those kids are doing all right. School-wise, life-wise, everything else. That wasn't the case 20 years ago. The student athlete in a much better position to have a successful athletic and academic life because those coaches can't just recruit them and ignore them. So I'm here for it. But there's got to be a cap on the amount of times that you can transfer.
That's a big drive. We got a game. To have as many OU's moved it. I mean, that has not been an issue at all.
No, they definitely moved the ball.
So that gives you a good feeling that potentially you can get a couple of stops and maybe get a turnover of your own, and we're off and running. That's after oil changes?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. The wind in Illinois right now is blowing at 40 miles an hour. The coaches look like they are standing in funnels. That's how hard the wind is blowing. Tough atmosphere. I almost went to Indiana.
Yeah.
I love Bloomington. They just sucked. You remember Antoine Randall?
Mm-hmm.
Those are Youngstown boys.
Okay.
Both the brothers. The one went to Penn State and one went to Indiana. I loved them. But then Bob Simmons came in late.
Indiana was it you said Bloomington's a fun town?
Great town. Great college town. Yeah. Beautiful campus.
Yeah, they have not had a whole lot of success.
No, they have
football.
not.
But they didn't care
they
for a long time
back then. Yeah,
when Bob Knight was
correct. How's my lock doing here?
Your lock was Tulane?
Yeah.
Good job. Winner. Tulane is going to play in a New Year's Six Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Their front seven is – Tulsa's got one returning offensive lineman, and Tulane's front seven can play in the SEC. That's a no-brainer pick.
Did you see this? They're surfing through a golden hurricane. We had Coach Fritz body surfing in the locker room.
Texas, Kansas State, 7 p.m. See Jossie Allo coming back to Oklahoma City?
I did. Yeah, that's good news. That'll help that team. There'll be a lot of OU football fans there if the season keeps going like this.
That starts this spring, right?
Yeah.
You going to cover it?
I'll pay attention. OU went to the ESPN Plus, went to the Patty Gasso interview in the third quarter. More evidence it's becoming a softball school.
All right, defense. Let's see.
Oh, you know what? You should have said that. Let's not see. But 258 yards is okay.
Yeah, you're doing a decent
they've had some
job
short
today.
fields.
Right. Yeah, the offense hasn't helped them by any means.
168 rushing yards is not good through three quarters. It's not good either way.
They're starting to get a little pressure in a more traditional way, which is good.
Rams at Bucks was tomorrow's really good NFL game that now is not at all a good game.
Why?
Just because there's so many problems with both teams.
Oh, yeah. Who's that? Grimes? There you go. Big play. Look how slight he is. He looks. I mean, I can't wait to see what 14 and 40 look like in a year.
As much as they even are bigger, they're not lined up now for the most part in three-man front. Let's see where Aguebu ends up here, but
there you go.
See, he'll just throw it away. He'll throw it anywhere. It's a good play by Stutzman to get there.
It is.
Good hustle.
Good coverage. Understanding where you're supposed to be. Big 3rd and 10 here.
Delay game. False start. Defense is fired up.
Got a little heartbeat. There you go. Nice. Brent is en route. That's huge, Troyu. 2 stops in a row. That's big time.
Yeah, especially after giving up one out of half. And the fact that they moved the ball. Baylor hasn't stopped them. Not much of a punt there.
Cowboys at 218 total yards right now. Started the 3rd quarter. Kansas has got the ball. The Cowboys trail 24-7.
Baylor run defense is nowhere near where it was like a year ago.
I don't understand that. Yeah,
they still have Dylan Doyle, Jackson Player, and Siaki Ika.
It doesn't make any sense why they're as bad as they are there. I mean, they're not bad, but they're definitely not at the focus. OU's or OSU's is not as good either, though. And so you kind of have to look at the offensive lines and think that they're just pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, OSU, I'd say, lost more than Baylor.
On their defensive line?
Just defense overall. Linebackers.
Oh, you're trying to keep that defense on the sidelines for a minute. I can appreciate a little bit of a Let's try to run it a little bit here, run some clock.
They're on pace to run it for 250 today.
Yeah.
That I would run.
Braden Willis is going to make some money next year. Like out of all the dudes we've seen play that position in the last decade, I think that he's the one that's got the size and athleticism. He's a great blocker, good hands. I think he'll find a home in the NFL.
Run it. Run it twice.
There you go. Nice first down for OU.
It's a long way for him to go.
Look at the pass protection. Like he has all day long.
Hey,
there he is. What is this? This is how you know it's like coming to the house. What is this?
Looks like something for Thanksgiving.
Irish stew. Is that going to be on the menu? I like how you just come out here with stuff that you just create for yourself. That's delicious. Is that cornbread? Yeah, that's delicious. You made it last night and just brought it in? Nice. Nice. Nice hat. Go Phillies. Brent's got his Texas shirt on. He's ready to go. All right, third quarter ends 31-28. Oklahoma looking the part. I honestly didn't think that we were ever going to get a feeling of they might get this thing done in this game. I feel like that
I think they look really good right now. They're moving the ball. Baylor can't throw it. Shapen, it just looks like he's nervous and scared out there. So they're in good shape.
Meanwhile, Lawrence not feeling great.
No, but it's not looking good for Kansas. What do they have left? They got Texas next week. Kansas does. What just happened here?
I don't know. Buffering.
Well, okay.
Good Lord. First down, Kansas.
Hey, there's wild stuff going on in this Tennessee-Georgia game. I don't know. Like a guy was stopped. I don't know if the whistle blew, but Pat is catching some grief in here.
Yeah. There you go, Pat. Way to go, buddy. Way to go, Pat. Pat, one of the regulars here at Brent's Cajun. He's also one of those human beings that is on the verge of being canceled every minute of his life.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Pat, not made for TV or radio.
Yeah, I've never had any issues with Pat.
I do. Thank you. 16. Yeah.
Just not enough personnel for OSU on the defensive side of the ball to make this even an interesting game today.
No, Nope. It also showed you how good Sanders is, because it's not like the defense has been any better all the rest of the season. He's just moving the chains.
Yeah.
Keeping them off the field.
The offense has moved it. They've just got bogged down in turnovers, and
right.
And I think they've had a hard time making plays in the red zone. No, what did I miss? I'm trying to watch 3 games. How did Baylor get a stop? Did they save him? How did Baylor stop OU?
I didn't see it either.
Did it? Oh, they must have ran one more play when it was
or
buffering.
Was there? Yeah.
Thank you. That official wasn't right there to see it because he didn't make a call.
Right. That seems like they got screwed a little bit there. Kansas get ready to go in to go up 31.
4th and 1 from their own 35. First down, Tennessee.
Catch it.
Shaping.
Oh.
Shaping doing shaping things. I think sometimes he plays with his eyes closed.
He has not been great today, that's for sure.
What's he looking at?
Who knows? It's a heady play by this kid just to get it down on the ground, though.
Yeah. If he didn't, that might have bounced right there.
Correct.
For a pick 6. The one thing OU is doing right now is I think they're starting to feel really confident that they can cover Baylor man-to-man.
Yep.
And they're putting a bunch of people up there, even in a passing down. They're playing run defense there. Probably good tendency on Baylor at 2nd and 10 that they might run.
Correct. You nailed this last week during the show, talking about OU's inability to cover in the zone. I mean, it is just glaring. When they get the confidence in the man-to-man and they're able to just show up in a run defensive front every single play, it's not ideal by any means, but it's effective for them.
I think I for sure found out something about myself today.
What's that?
That it's impossible to focus on 3 games while trying to broadcast.
There's no way, dude. Yeah.
I'm
2
watching
is
too
doable,
much football.
But yeah, 3 is a lot.
Something happened. We're in commercial. We buffered and we went to commercial. You know how long the break is in streaming between what is going on in real time and what's coming across the streaming? No, it's at least a minute 15.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I would think. The delay of the time that it takes to get out of,
Yeah, we see the score, Brent. We see it. You can keep your little stubby hands down. For those who forget,
that was certainly a shot fired.
Brent's son is getting ready to graduate Oklahoma State with his master's degree in finance. So he's a Cowboy, and obviously I'm a Cowboy too. So we got to give the old man a little crap every once in a while. If you haven't been into Brent's, this is the place to come. Come watch the game. Come hang out. Saturday, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. It's popping in here. He's got live music on the patio, which is incredible. This is the perfect time of year to get out there and hang out. TV's all over the place here in the bar. It's got excellent food, great cocktails, great bartender. Home away from home here at Brent's.
Touchdown, Kansas.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you keeping me updated on the game. Thanks. Yeah.
Jayhawks are going to a bowl game.
The Jayhawks are going bowling. Since when?
When was the last time they went bowling?
Yeah.
It would have been the year before Mangino left, so 2007, I think.
God.
Kansas last bowl game, 2008 Insight Bowl. They beat Minnesota.
I don't know how Gunnar Gundy has not been in this game at all, just to see what happens.
It's windy in Norman. Windier than I thought.
Yeah.
I would think you should put Gunnar out there just to give him some experience.
Yeah, 100%. Come on. Got the first.
Tennessee's on the move a little. Wait, did she put all ours on there together?
Yeah. She just lets me know so we can just leave a tip.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
As elite as Tennessee is on offense, what's really impressive about Georgia is you just don't see people get away from them
right
on tackles.
Yeah, no, the fundamentals for Georgia are all there. There's no doubt. Oh, exactly the drive that Baylor wants, right? Eat the clock up, let it run, stay in the field. Come on. We will get on out of here at about the 6-minute mark of this OU game. Let those guys down in Norman prepare for the post-game show with Jim Traber and Al Espec. We will find that here on the Sports Animal YouTube, Facebook, and obviously live on 98.1 here in Oklahoma City.
They'll have a lot to talk about.
They will. Absolutely, they will.
He didn't know where he's throwing it. I don't know how it made it.
Neither do I. The coverage was great.
Well,
I mean, it looked better
in between.
Than it was. Yeah. It wasn't terrible.
It's a good pass. Squirrel has been stopped by the internet. The only way they can get him.
You ever wonder like how much buffer, like, you know, streaming like this is impacted by the region that you're in? You know, clearly there's a crap ton of Oklahomans that are tuning into this.
Yeah, I don't know. So
like I have Hulu, so like when I watch Super Bowl, this happens, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with like everybody else is watching the Super Bowl. Patience. There's nothing but patience. Great blocking.
This kid's a good running back. He really is.
He's really picked up in the second half.
He's way better than Reese.
Oh, yeah.
Hurt last year, right?
Was he?
I think so. Defense is tired.
God, they're worn out. Yeah.
Oh, Bill Self on the television.
Can you imagine that Kansas and Oklahoma State are on a network right now, and OU and a defending Big 12 champion are on ESPN Plus?
Yeah, that was kind of a weird choice, I thought.
Wild. Touchdown, Baylor. Huh? Oh, I know it. They're exhausted. Yeah. That's a big dude. He's got to be close. 6'2", 235, somewhere in there. I mean, he's got to be close. Third quarter, 6:33 left. Oklahoma State down 31-7. That's pretty much over.
Let's see what OU does on this drive here.
Yeah, we'll find out about the fight, right?
Yeah. Offensively, I think, again, they can move it.
Chris is asking us to mute the TV because the broadcast is so bad.
It has not seemed like what I can hear through the headsets that this has been a any kind of Emmy-winning award.
Oh,
broadcast.
no, it's been horrible. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. Oh. Rangel looks like he's going to go the distance here. I am so intrigued by the quarterback situation in Stillwater right now. And like a tough spot for Gundy, who becomes internet famous last week for his handshaking.
Well, lost
no,
the ball.
He's down.
Ground cause it. Better ball security. Georgia keeps the chains moving there.
Yep, pitch and catch. They look as cool, calm, and collected as you're going to see. Sooners got to answer here. With Baylor running the football the way that they are, you know, like you got to be able to get in the end zone here. Onside kick, try to get it back. You know who Tori Petrie is?
No, I do not.
Yeah, me either.
She probably didn't know who I am, but yeah, we'll call it good.
Yeah.
Iowa State beating West Virginia today, 10-7.
What a miserable game that must be. I can't even imagine what that looks like.
And
I will definitely eat the homemade stew.
That does bode well for OU next week. That the West Virginia game should be winnable for them if they play well.
You would hope.
That was a big play for OU.
Oklahoma 36.
Smart defense by Baylor.
Yep.
Run the clock.
A lot of bending, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good play by Doyle. Cuts inside of the pulling guard. Just great technique. Huh? Oh, yeah. Brent agreeing with us that Stoops gets a look at the next level. Farouk. Oh.
Boy, dude, that was so high.
Thoughts on what is the narrative leaving Athens after this game?
Well, I think it's going to be that Georgia's number one, Ohio State probably number two. Tennessee's still pretty good. Probably people down on Alabama as a result. There's a lot of things that come out of that.
Right.
Not all of it's true. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it has to do with just one game,
Right.
one result.
No. Right. Yeah, it's Brent just said Baylor not penetrating on there. It's one of the weirdest things I think there's happened all season long is that defensive front is just underachieved. They just haven't been nearly as aggressive as I would have thought they would have been, especially with Player out of Tulsa a year ago. That kid on the field, Oklahoma State. Remember that game early? God, he's
Player's a good player.
Thank you.
Nice fake.
Did he get it? Short. We probably need to get out of here. We're going to hang out just for a little bit until I get the – hey.
Oh, nice move. Nice move.
Get up the field.
17 need to get him blocked. Come on, Mims.
You can argue that Eric Gray's the best player in this team last few weeks.
I couldn't disagree with that at all.
That's a run right there. That boy is talented.
Making a miss.
Yeah. 4:57 on the clock. They got to get in there and score. Sammy, our resident OU fan over here. Are you happy Josialo's coming back to play softball here in Oklahoma? Absolutely. I wonder how much those will cost. Season tickets to that.
Great fake by Gabriel.
Get up the field. Oh. Ah, thank you very much. What do we got here, Marcus?
Is that for me?
What is this?
Thank you.
Green teas. Cheers, my friend. Oh, that's delicious. Green tea shot. I'm ready.
It's good.
I love that. Oh, touchdown.
Sure
there you go.
Full of antioxidant.
Yeah, absolutely. It's healthy. Gray gets in. There you go. Looks like it's going to be 38-35 Baylor. 4:05 left in the fourth.
What did I pick today?
That's your exact score, isn't it?
Exact score.
Unbelievable. All right, we're going to have to say goodbye here in Game Day Live as we get ready for the post-game show with Jim and Al. You can hear that on 98.1. You can see it on the Sports Animal YouTube and Facebook page.
98.9 today. 98.9 today.
It is?
Yes. Thunder basketball tonight on 98.1.
Oh, okay.
So a little tricky tonight.
Okay, so 98.
But if you're watching on the app, you're watching on the app.
Right.
So you're in good shape.
Yeah, if you're watching on the app, listening on the app, you're good to go. 98.9 for the postgame if you're listening for it on the radio. Big thank you to everybody that joined us today from Brent's Cajun Seafood, everybody that came in and watched the games with us. We absolutely love doing
Great
this.
place.
And we hope you guys will join us next week. Once again, Game Day Live. Sam Mays, Mark Rogers. See you guys later.